Yo, what's happening, good people? Welcome back. It is of course old Hertz here with some more Titanfall action and getting ready to drop here shortly. And we're playing some air-based. It's attrition. And in fact, those last two, if you've been following the content, if you saw the last video, that same CAR SMG kit with the Guardian chip in there, and the Atlas chassis with the arc cannon and the E-smoke and the cluster missile. Those are the exact same two loadouts you're going to see here. And in fact, I'm pretty sure this was the very next round, the very next played round that came after the last one that was aired here on the channel. You know? And in fact, if you remember, I remember clearly because I just put the comm on the other video. I remember it quite clearly. But if you all remember quite clearly, there was a man named X-Hedger on the lower team. Right now, I have this, like, ragtag bunch of misfits. The dirty half dozen, we're known as. Yes, the dirty half dozen. We're all, with the exception of myself, everybody else on the team was relatively low ranking. At least on paper, they don't look like they should be that effective. And we're going up against a few higher generation levels, you know. One guy in particular, was certainly a serious threat, named X-Hedger, who brought in over 100 attrition points last round. Anyway, he's opted to use a card here early on to give him a Titan right out of the gate, you know, which is a smart choice. Obviously, he was getting a little peeved with the way things were going because it was a few rounds in a row now that we had beat these guys, you know, and I think he was probably getting a little frustrated, a little upset, and was just looking to swing things back in his favor, you know, so I don't blame him for calling in this Titan. You might as well use a burn card like that when you've been losing a few rounds and you're looking for a bit of a morale boost, a little bit of a momentum shift, you know. So he made a smart choice. Anyway, the burn card I came at the gate with was the amped CAR. However, I didn't really like it once I used that card. I'll probably never use it again. I like this having the sight on this weapon that I currently have attached to it. I don't think the CAR, the amped one in particular, has a scope attached to the gun. You know? So things not looking great to start things off. And there's old X-Hedger. But I'll tell you, with him putting me down, with him wielding this, goddamn, this unearned Titan. He lit a bit of a fire into my ass. I know I have to deal with it. That's the thing. I grab a new card, which is rare for me. I rarely bring out two cards one round. I grab my smuggled stimulant for an increased boost to this stimulant effect when I jack it into the veins. And I call in my Titan. It's ready. It's ready to go. It's time to square off. I get in. I hop right into the cockpit. If I hadn't had a Titan to deal with, if this X-Hedger hadn't brought in this Titan right out the gate, I probably would have just let the Guardian chip do the work for me. But you know what? I had to get in. I had to get in the cockpit, and I need to deal with him. And I really just slapped him down. You know, I slapped him down beautifully with this arc cannon cluster missile combo. I don't know what he was doing. He got all tangled up over here. I don't know. Maybe he panicked a little bit. He is dealing with an approaching pilot as well. You saw that. There was a man trying to mount the shoulder. Now there he is, and I try and get the mid-air goddamn zap of death. And I'm looking for him now. Where is he? And there he is, decloaking underneath this vehicle here, and goddamn, 5-knuckle sandwich. That's a big old goddamn hoagie of a sandwich, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And another beatdown followed up, taking off doing a little pest control as taking out the rodeo, goddamn, the rodeo hat. You know, I don't know, the cowboy hat rodeo. I don't know how I'm trying to say this. The man that was on my friendly Titan's shoulder. Let's just do it plain and simply. Yes. There we go. Spit it out, Wyatt. Get back into the action pan. You wasted a good 30 seconds trying to say that right. God damn it. Now, there is a guy over here. I saw a little blip on radar. He had quieted down. But there you go. You can see the hit marker coming in off that cluster missile. I wish I'd gotten a little deeper inside the window. I probably would have been able to kill him outright. But at least I'm sure it put the sweet fear in him, you know, and forced him to relocate at the very least, you know. So we're looking pretty strong here now. We have the Titan advantage. And amazingly, the battle is still, you know, it's still pretty thick here in this central hangar, which is rare, I find. You know, I find that there's a one big clash to start things off, or at least that's the way it's gone down most of the rounds that I have played, and then things kind of disperse a little bit. Things thin out, everybody kind of floods elsewhere, and battles start to take place in different parts of the map. You know? Now you can see I'm rocking out. I'm rocking out this goddamn arc cannon. Let's do a quick rundown on this loadout in particular. Atlas chassis, arc cannon, electric smoke, cluster missile, faster autoloader, and the core extender, keeping my damage core alive a little bit longer. I'm pretty sure it's active right now. Yeah, it's just ticking down, about to end. I'm hitting some great shots here. That last kill on the pilot was pretty solid. I should have been able to take him down as well, but I think one of my friendlies just beat me to the punch there. Beat me to the zap. Beat me to the zap. Anyway, CJ unit here. This is the man that I got that great zap on just momentarily ago, a few seconds ago. And he's in here looking for some serious, mobility. He's got the Agile Strider in here, looking to just circle and strike. And he actually starts off pretty nicely, Did some serious damage to me. I kind of gathered myself, I got a little help from my friends. I do have pilots in the area, doing a little damage, and eventually we collectively chipped down on that Titan enough, on that Strider enough that I was able to rip him out, And just a sliver of health at this point, I'm forced to kind of bail, which I do. Quick little eject out of there, pulling off kills in the process. As you see, Jeeves, he dies to the explosion. It wasn't a big nuclear explosion, just a normal one, but it was enough to put him down, apparently, So left a small mark on the battlefield as I gain the high ground here on top of the mill hangar and start chipping away at the Titans that are left down there. We are outnumbered Titan-wise right now. That's never a good thing to see. I think it's 3-1. It was just 4-on-2. We do have one in reserve. There we go. 1-on-2, and we have one in reserve, so that's nice to see. And I've got 1 seconds away. 30 seconds. I pull in 1 kill here, and I'll have that Titan available to me. And there we go. There he is. Titan's ready. BG party falls, and right here, this guy, he comes in a little erratically. He drops the satchel charge. This Chris guy, we saw him get a great satchel kill on me last episode to open the game, and right there, a little erratically, as I said. Of course, here we go. Wouldn't be around if Wyatt didn't arc grenade himself. It wouldn't be around, would it? So now we just need to wait for me to die in the epilogue, and everything will be right in the universe. Yes. Anyway, that what was I trying to say about the Chris guy there with the satchel charge? Came in a little erratically and suicide satcheled. Suicide bomber, kamikaze style, came in there, took us both out. Cleaned out the room. And here I am going to work with this damn arc cannon. I've been talking about this. I think I even mentioned it in the last video near the end of it. I said, look forward to this airbase. You're gonna see some good zapping taking place here. And just some epic chaos, some great battles playing out right here. A lot of activity. Titan on Titan. We've got the numbers out here though. I think we have them outnumbered. Yeah, we do. 4-on-3 right now. That guy kind of wandered just into no man's land. He didn't want to be over here. And I'm putting some great blind fire as well through the electric smoke into the and finding the machine on the other side. And doing some damage, and now a great little track. Watch this. I'm still following him here. Kind of missed there on the shot. Missed the cluster missile as well, but continuing to track my target. He has to be about out of dashes, And look at that. Just killing that whole that collection, that handful of specters. Titans all over the place. Finally, I just bail out of that sucker. I look to gain the high ground again. Rain down a little death from up here. Bear down on them with my Sidewinder if I can. Whatever's left down there anyway. Actually getting some long-range SMG fire. That's nice to see. Putting down BG party one more time. Dominate and pulling in a headshot from that range as well. A little bit of luck there, but there we go. This was a really a pretty solid, pretty epic, smart pistol kill. I don't think he got the double on us. You can see Shadow Wing is still up there where I fell, but he certainly got me in the process. So pretty nice, a pretty nice smart pistol kill, clearing the gap and putting me down mid-air, acquiring the lock mid-air and putting me down. And we, as we often have to do, we watch from a distance as the action winds down here. The dropship escapes to safety. CJ Unit and Chris both evacuated, and the rest of us are left standing there wondering what went wrong. Well, not much, because we pulled out the victory in a really, really close round. Look at that. And again, my ragtag bunch of misfits up here, getting the job done against some higher ranked guys. That's always nice to see, So anyway, let's run down some names and numbers here. Myself, 98 attrition points. pretty solid, pretty nice. 9 pilot kills, 4 Titan takedowns, 45 minions done in, and the deaths were kept in check. Right below me, the Shadow Wing there, 6-2, 21 and 8. Deaths getting a little out of control, but brought in the 54 attrition points. Now, the next 3 on the list should all be mentioned, 47, 40, and 40. They all played major parts in bringing in this victory. Had one of them not been able to pull their weight, and in fact, bringing in the 240s especially, R. Lopez and the Orbit Man, they both kept their deaths relatively low, 3 and 3. Even pick 68 deaths were kept pretty nicely in check. The one, the black sheep of the team, Diami down here, 10 deaths. Not great, not great. Nearly cost us the win, the victory, right? Anyway, down on the bottom level, X-Hedger, again, big performer. We saw him last round with over 100 points. This time, 92. 11 pilot kills. I'm glad I kept him in check early on. Got rid of that Titan, before he could really do some serious damage, and swing the battle in his favor early on. Didn't want to see that happen. So 92 attrition points for him, 11 pilot kills, 2 Titan takedowns, 40 minions, and 1 death. 1 death. I was the only one that killed him. I was the only one that killed him once. Damn it. Chris there, 69 attrition points. Again, first and second. Didn't change down on that bottom level. Chris, the master satchel charger, coming in there all suicide style. His deaths got way out of control, though, 9 of them. And so did BG Parties, who really was, I think BG there was my bread and butter there. And I think the number shows that, with 11 deaths over there. But anyway, I should stop rambling. Thanks for stopping by, guys and ladies and gents. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll thumb it. I hope to see you in the next Titanfall video when it drops here on the channel. Hopefully I'll get another montage up soon. And, well, until next time, remember why it hurts. Later, all.